I think I'm not yet. I don't know what they're doing over there, but it seems like. What would you say? Say it again. I muted it.
We just started over here, and I'm gonna plug you guys in.
Oh, he's just gonna plug it in over there, and they're gonna be watching this.
So I'll tell Lydia.
I don't think you'll be able to see who's all there, but when you see the picture.
All right, everyone, we're going to get started. We were having some technical difficulties, but we are being joined also. So we're here at Bethel Live. I want to shout out everyone who's over at Crossroads. We've got our partners at Crossroads. We've got a well attendance there. So just wanted to thank everyone for coming out today for our third local delegate council meeting with community health councils and First 5 LA's Best Start program. So happy to be here. Want to extend appreciations and gratitude to Bethel Church as well as Crossroads for allowing us to hold our meeting. We hope that you all found Saturday to be a little more convenient to get here. We were listening to what community said, and folks were having difficulty coming to meetings on a weekday in the evening. So we're thankful that you all are here today. In the background, you're hearing a little bit of music, and that is the Bethel Choir that's practicing for Sunday. So if you hear a little noise in the background, that's what that is. Again, I'm going to go ahead and do housekeeping items here. I've just found out now that because we're streaming over to Crossroads, we've got our local support team, street teamers that are at both locations, and they are going to get up and say a few words. If they want to do that, they can. I'm going to just go ahead and run through here at Bethel. We've got a few housekeeping items. Just wanted to let everyone know that while we're here in person at Bethel and at Crossroads, we also have partners that have joined in online on Zoom. So we've got a large meeting today, and just very thankful that you all are here to hear this information. This is actually, even though it's a meeting, I like to look at it that like we are all family, and this is a gathering that we're having. So if at any time during the presentation or this gathering that we're having, you have questions, raise your hand so that we can answer any of your questions, or you can save it for the end. All of you should have a copy of the agenda for today's meeting. There's a question and answer section of the program at the end. But again, if any questions are burning and you want to ask a question during the program, please raise your hand so that we can address you at the time. Also, wanted to invite everyone who is here. You all hopefully have signed in. If you haven't at some point, please make your way to the registration tables and make sure that you have signed in for this meeting so that we have your information. Just a bit of housekeeping items. If you're here at Bethel, the bathrooms are over here. So at any time, feel free to get up if you need to use the restroom, or the children, feel free to go ahead and use the restroom. And at Crossroads, the bathroom is in the back to the left. So you can use the restroom there. Also, if you noticed on your agenda for today's meeting, we have a QR code at the bottom of the agenda. If you use your cell phone and take a picture of the QR code, it will open up a copy of our delegate application. And so for anyone who hasn't completed a delegate application, we would love for you to be able to complete the delegate application so that we have your information. Why that's so important is that in August the 6th, at Douglas F. Dollarhide Community Center in Compton, we are going to be holding a one-day community action summit. And at that summit, we are going to provide all of the delegates with all of the trainings that we have been talking about for the last couple of months. And that is where all of the first 100 people who are in person at that meeting will get their $100 gift cards. That is where you will get those. So I know a lot of people have been coming and asking about their gift cards, but on August the 8th, we will be giving the gift cards. Valentina, there's a question, I think, over here. Question or no? No question? Oh, okay, fly. It was a fly, sorry. I'm sorry, August the 6th. It will be Saturday, August the 6th. Next week, we will have all of the flyers and the information. So again, us having your information is important because we are going to be sharing out more information for the summit that's going to take place on Saturday, August the 8th. August the 6th. Yes, question.
How do we confirm with you that our application and that you have our information? Because we've been trying to log onto the training through Canvas and haven't been successful.
Okay, so the question was, how can they confirm that we have their correct information so that they can log on to Canvas because they've been having difficulty with accessing the training portals? If you can leave us your number, we will make sure that someone from the Learning for Equity at CHC will contact you. Us, BFS, the local support team, did not set up those login credentials, but thank you for letting us know. We will connect you to that person so that you can get logged on.
I've actually been in touch with them. They emailed me once, but I still I don't have solved.
Okay. So offline, we will definitely talk. So this is someone in our meeting that is having some issue with logging on with credentials and being able to access Pacific Oaks platform for them to take the delegate trainings. So know this, that even though you've had some difficulty, and thank you for attempting to do the trainings, if you're not successful, we are going to launch all of those trainings live and in person on August the 6th at the summit, and you would be able to do it all at once. So if you're available on that day, you can get it all done at once. We're also we're trying to lock in a distinguished speaker who hopefully will energize, mobilize, and activate everybody who is inside the audience just to be able to continue on this space. We do have a question over here.
Yes, on August 6th, what's the time frame?
The question was, what is the time frame for the summit? The summit is going to take place from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Again, we will be sharing out our flyers and our advertisements for that, but it is from 10 to 4 in Compton at the Dollar High Community Center, and we'll share out the location, the address, and all of that information in the next week to come. You're welcome. So that is what we're super excited about this summit because it's an opportunity for all 4 regions in the Best Start to come together. Right now we're in Compton, we're in Watts, but we're going to be joined by our brothers and sisters that are in West Athens as well as Broadway, Manchester area. So it definitely is an opportunity for all of us to be able to come together, to collectively work together, to get those trainings, and just to be able to have that fellowship and that networking. So we're super excited about it. Again, August the 6th. and thank you for letting me know I was saying the wrong date. All of you who are in person, both, unfortunately, those who have joined by Zoom, you are unable to participate in this. Oh, hold on, we're hearing a little bit of, okay, I'm gonna ask if everybody can kind of be a little quiet. Yes, Valentina.
Where is it at? The community center?
The question was, where is the summit gonna be located? And it's gonna be at the Douglas F. Dollar-Hyde Community Center in Compton. We will share out, we have all of your information because you all have signed in. And hopefully you all will scan your QR code at the bottom so you can complete the information to become a delegate. So we have you in the system, but we will share out that information with you. I was mentioning that we are going to have a raffle. So all of you have come here in person. For those of you who are in person at Crossroads and Bethel, we are actually going to, right now at this point, we've got gas gift cards because we know gas is expensive. And we actually even have an Uber gift card, which allows you to get a ride with Uber. So if you didn't have like a credit card, you can put this in with Uber and get a ride, or you can get food from Uber Eats. So right now we're going to raffle off one of the gift cards. And then hopefully our colleagues and our partners at Crossroads They can, our street teamers, they have gift cards as well. Yes. Huh? Oh, was there a question here?
No, I thought that we have to put it in.
Oh, no, you have yours. So right now, we're gonna raffle off one of our gift cards, and I'm asking that our partners in Crossroads will also do the raffle at this time. And hopefully everybody's received their raffle tickets, right? Okay, great. And then we'll raffle off the other two at the end of the program. Or maybe somewhere if we have any technical difficulty, it'll be a space filler and we'll raffle it off then. So I'm gonna pick the first lucky winner at Bethel. Drum roll, please. And I'm gonna read this is for Bethel, so those of you that are at Crossroads, you'll have to call out your own number. I know you're joining by Zoom hearing this. But here at Bethel, the lucky winner of the first gas gift card is number 163. Okay. Congratulations. We almost have somebody fall over, but lucky. Let's verify. We need to verify. We need to verify. Make sure it's not a forgery, because my eyes are bad. It is a winner. Congratulations. So, thank you all for that. Announcements now that I just wanted to make. I've already mentioned the Community Action Summit that we're going to have. Right now, what I would actually just want to ask all of you in person, by a show of hands, who in the audience, and also if you're on Zoom, because I can't tell who's on Zoom as of right now, but by a thumbs up if you're on Zoom, and then in person, raise your hand. Who has actually already filled out a delegate application form? By a show of hands, I'd like to know who has actually filled one out. Okay, great. So we've got a few people who have already filled out the delegate application form. Great. Who is going to fill one out today? Because you have the QR code. For those of you who are still considering and contemplating, again, if you fill it out, you scan it with your cell phone, and you can actually complete and fill out the delegate application form. And we also have some paper. So if there's anybody, at least at Bethel, who would like to just fill it out with a paper. If you've already filled a paper one out, we have you in the system. You don't have to fill it out again. But if you're new and you've never filled this out, raise your hand and Cassandra will bring a paper application form to you. So we'll give a second for that. Now in the program, I actually just want to make some brief introductions. I see a lot of very familiar faces, so thank you all for continuing to support these meetings and the Best Start and CHC, as well as BFS, our nonprofit. I want to make some brief introductions. I'm here today. We actually don't have anyone from CHC. They're over in Compton, and so at this time, again, what's going on in Compton, hopefully you'll be able to make your introductions, and you can mute the Zoom so that you don't hear me, so that you're able to do your introductions at this point. But basically, we all know that Community Health Council, CHC, is the driving force behind the work that's happening with the delegates. And so we don't have a representative here. They're over at Compton, but know that they are in strong support of the work that's being done here. We cannot have these meetings without their support. We also, at this time, I just wanted to outreach to the audience, and also as well as on Zoom. Do we have any of our regional task force members in the audience here at Bethel? So I know some of our regional task force member representatives were going to come. We do have representation at Compton. So at this time, I'm going to pause for Bethel, but at Compton, if anybody who is in the audience who is a regional task force member can actually stand up, raise your hand, and introduce yourself so that all the audience knows who you are. Our regional task force members are really the core to the work that's being happening. They are working as well with CHC to help implement policy and systems change here in the community. And so they were elected by community to lead the efforts in activism and in just social change and policy changes. So I just want to thank you all in Compton for coming and showing up and showing your support in leading this organization. Greatly appreciate that. And then finally, I want to introduce who we are and who I am. My name is Gina Durham. I am the president of Building a Foundation for Success, otherwise known as BFS. We are a local nonprofit organization. We were hired by CHC to be able to do field work and to do community organizing and engaging. And we are the ones who have been reaching out to you all here who are either on the Zoom or live in person. And we have also in our team, I'll introduce because we've got several of our team members here. I'd ask at this time right now, at least at Bethel, if our street teamers who are here can stand up so that we can all see who are the representation. Thank you all for the work that you're doing. We have Richard Calhoun. Richard Calhoun is focusing primarily in the West Athens area. We have Ryan Burnett, and Ryan is primarily focusing in the Watts Willowbrook area. And then we have Jocelyn Garcia, who is actually focusing in Jocelyn's local, is actually focusing on Compton, right? Correct. And we have other street teamers who are not here today, but what we did as a unit is we wanted to grow and we wanted to be able to attract young people. And so what better way to attract young people than to actually have young people helping us and working with us. And so they have been making significant strides as it relates to doing outreach virtually and with social platforms. They have been pounding the pavement, they have been hitting the street, and they have been talking to neighbors. Though this, we've got a pretty full house today, those efforts are not going untapped. They continue to do that outreach. And I just wanted to thank you all for the work that you're doing. Really appreciate it. And hopefully, I don't know how this is working. I'm going to take just a brief 5-minute pause here. And actually, this maybe makes a little bit of sense. I'll do another raffle while we're here because I want to make sure that our partners that are in Compton have been able to have enough opportunity to be able to do their announcements and their introductions to the staff that are there. And then what we'll do is we'll launch into just quickly what the delegate process is. And then I'm going to bring up, we've got a guest speaker here from Pure Mental Health who is going to be doing a presentation for you all. So I'm going to take a brief pause here. Compton, you guys, I want to make sure that we're tracking. I'm going to send a text, I think, to Noah to see if we're okay. I don't know what's going on there. But so for you, we're going to do another, at least here at Bethel, another raffle so that we can have a pause before we get into quickly what is a delegate. And then I'm going to hand this off to our nonprofit key speaker from Pure Mental Health. Okay, so now I'll do the second raffle. Does everybody have their raffle cards here? This is the next $25 gas gift card. Drum roll, can I get a drum roll? Thank you. And the lucky winner is, oh wow, these are close. So it must be somebody, 165. 165. 165.
Yes, it is.
Whose?
Yes,
Oh.
Is he eligible?
He's not eligible. I'm already gonna say, because so we're picking another.
None of us are in there either.
We're not in there, and the street teamers are not in there. So the lucky winner of the gas gift card is number 159. 159. Woo! There we go. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna grab one of these. Hold on a second.
All right.
Okay, so I know you guys have heard this once, twice, 3 times, and so this is why we have in both Spanish and English the how do you become a local delegate and what it is. And really what it is, and again, I feel like I'm being a school teacher here. I just really wanted everybody to understand what it is to be a delegate. Okay, great. What it is to be a local delegate. You don't need any formal education. There's no requirement, and in fact, you can be age 16 and over, but you just need to be somebody who lives in your community or somebody who goes to church in your community, and that's what we call a stakeholder. So you're either a resident or a stakeholder in one of the 4 regions in Region 2. And Region 2 comprises of Watts, Willowbrook area, Compton, East Compton, West Athens, and Broadway, Manchester area. So all of you here represent those communities, whether you live in the community or you attend church in the community. As a church member in one of these communities, you're considered a stakeholder. And so that's really the eligibility requirements to become a delegate, because we want people who are from community raising their voices about issues that are impacting and affecting your community. And so without stealing any thunder, when we have the community summit on August the 6th, you will all get the trainings that will give you the foundation to be able to understand how to better navigate process as we as community members go out and try to make systems and policy changes in our communities, and how we hold elected officials accountable for what they've promised to do. So knowing that everybody comes from a different place, whether it's from an educational perspective, a community organizing, etc., we want to make sure that everybody is grounded and it has the foundation to be able to understand how you can be more effective with your voice and your vote. And so that really is what a delegate is. You all are just concerned citizens. Often people have in their communities Neighborhood Watch is a similar kind of organization. You're concerned about what's going on in your neighborhood and you want to know. On the level of a delegate, it takes it to the level of you're actually wanting to affect systems, long-term and short-term systems and policy changes that impact what happens in your community. Where this is critical is that you have, as a body, as a large body, so the idea was to get 100 delegates from each region, so 400 strong. And when we mobilize together in a group of 400, it's extremely powerful. Individually, we can't get a lot done by ourselves. Collectively, we can get a lot done. And so with the leadership of the regional task force members and CHC and Best Start, we're hoping to be able to develop you all and to be able to be advocates for your community. I'm sure in some level, in one way or another, you're already doing those kinds of things. And so you'll be able to focus on some of the priorities that Best Start has implemented, food insecurity, early childhood education, job readiness, and things of that nature, so that community can grow, you can grow, your family can grow. And so for those of you who have heard this before, thank you for hearing it again. But we mentioned this, and we give this brief opportunity to be able to say something about that, because we have new people who come to our meetings, and we want to make sure that everybody has a clear understanding. And so with that, on your own time, you can actually look at what is what it is to become a delegate, and we have it both in English and Spanish, because we truly also believe, if you have not noticed, we're an equitable organization, and we want to make sure that we have language equity with everyone. So for those of you who are at Bethel as well as Compton, we have translation devices that are Spanish-speaking natives are using right now, and we have a translator who is translating this message so that they can get the message as well. There should not be a barrier to education and information because of language. And so we're a firm believer of that. So we thank you all for this. And read on your own. It's in both Spanish and English, and always when we communicate, we're communicating in both Spanish and English so that we can ensure that everybody gets the information. So that is what it is to, to become a delegate. There's not really again, 16 and over, you're a resident or you're a stakeholder, you complete an application. The way you complete an application is either on paper or you go online. You all have in your agenda the QR code. So if you have not done it, again, I give another plug to say, please fill that out because it starts the process. And then you complete the trainings. We have training credentials, and as one of our guests has, I say family member, has said that they were having some issues with logging on to the online portal for the training sessions. If you're unable to do that, we are going to offer all 3 of those trainings on August the 6th at our summit. And again, at the summit, when the trainings are completed, in person, it will only be 100 people in person, so it's the first 100 in person. Those 100 people will get a $100 gift card for completing the training and the certificate from Pacific Oaks. Those that are doing it online, or again, they will get the certificate. And so again, it's first come, first serve, kind of on the $100 gift card. So we did want to make that clarification because I think in past we may have communicated that it was per region, and it's not. It's collectively all 4 regions. And so once you become a delegate, you'll attend meetings just like you are here. We hold meetings once a month, and then there may be things that are happening in community that you will find out about that you would attend optional on your choice to come to. Like we've had food distributions that have been a result of being connected to the local delegate council. We've had opportunities where folks have been able to apply for the basic guaranteed income program that the County of Los Angeles rolled out, which I still think that they have yet to select the 1,000 people who are going to receive that income assistance. But there are programs that are like that CHC and our regional task force representatives have knowledge of, that they sit at tables that they will bring to the local delegate council so that we can have this information and we can share it out to our community. So that really is what the gist is of becoming a local delegate. I feel like you all, even if you have, some of you have not said that you've applied, you're here, you're concerned, you're interested, and I feel like you're going to. It's just a matter of fact that you're going to do that. So that is what a local delegate council or local delegate is. And the attending of the meetings, again, it really is a commitment of an hour and a half of your time once a month to come to the meetings. And the meetings will be hosted. Bethel is the hub for Watts. Crossroads is the hub church for Compton. And we are still looking to confirm the hub church for Broadway, Manchester, as well as West Athens. So when we get that information, we will share it so everybody knows, and you can share it out to your friends and family. At this time, I'm being mindful of time also. It's about 11:10. I would like to bring up our guest speaker, David, correct? Kevin, apologies. Kevin is from Pure Mental Health, and he is going to be doing a presentation.
Presentation.
Yes.
Will said that they need translation for this, so she can come up and while she's translating for here, translate.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay, but they have the translate. Okay, gotcha. There's translation devices.
He called me and said, this part of it.
Okay. So they have people who are. So we're hearing that our partners in Compton are in need of some translation services. Valentina, is it possible that I just feel it's distracting. I mean, me hearing this music is really distracting when you're trying to talk. So it might be very distracting for Kevin to hear this.
That's fine.
You think you can do it? Valentina, can you come up and do the translation up here? And it's only so that you can speak the translation into, no, with the device. You can keep the device on your head so everybody here still hears it. You'll just speak it out a little louder when Kevin is speaking. Okay, okay, okay. So we're gonna have our translator who's here, and I thought that in Compton that there were some translation devices and we could have maybe had Lydia on the thing, but it's okay. For right now, we'll go ahead and have Valentina provide translation, because there may be some people I think that are online Zoom that are in need of the translation. Okay, thank you. So just, you have to speak, do it with your hand, but do it so that you can hear it on the Zoom like this. You'll talk out loud with this.
Oh, okay.
PowerPoint.
Ok, estamos en la presentación de PowerPoint. Are you sure?
It should be on his side. PowerPoint.
I did not know. If you have time to send it to me really quickly, I can share the screen.
Oh yeah. Okay. I need to get your
Can you AirDrop?
AirDrop. It's like Google Slide.
Oh, okay. Jones, Jones, DANIEL, 867 @gmail.com.
Jones Daniel 867. Right?
Yes. It's connected.
Okay. Should be on.
They will hear it in there.
Okay.
I'll have to be able to reach in there into the slides.
I can stay up here and kind of press it. So I can move this closer better.
I can press one to just click enter.
Sure, I guess.
Okay, yeah. You can just use the arrows.
The arrow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
as soon as it's ready to go.
Okay,
Yeah, you're ready to go. Good. Okay, ya va a comenzar.
Appear a little bit off screen.
Is that good? Good?
Yeah. Hello.
Hola.
Oh, okay. Too high on there. Hi, my name is Kevin Aruz.
Mi nombre
I am the
es
Chief
Gina
Marketing
Durham.
Officer at Pure
Soy
Mental
Chief
Health.
Marketing Officer and Mental Health.
I am a technologist and a multimedia specialist by trade. And my passion is building community peer-to-peer engagement and support,
Y mi pasión es iniciativa de la fuerza laboral de socios.
using technology-enabled
Usando
healthcare,
tecnología
and
en-
fostering the next generation of peer supporters. A big part of my passion is to address the
Una parte
digital
grande de mi
divide,
pasión
especially caused by the isolation during the pandemic.
es usar la tecnología para que la gente se lleve mejor, especialmente ahora con la pandemia donde todo el mundo estaba en casa.
The digital divide has been brought into sharp relief during this pandemic, and as we've seen more and more isolation take hold amongst communities, certain communities have been left behind more than others. And our mission is to bridge that divide, especially in an age where more and more people are accessing health through teleservices like internet, virtual reality, and other forms of technology.
Tratar de acortar la división digital entre las personas, especialmente ahora con lo de la pandemia. Nos dimos cuenta que mucha gente estaba en desventaja con la tecnología.
Now, who we are, Pure Mental Health is a mental health organization that uses innovative technologies to support and enhance mental health recovery
Para apoyar
for at-risk youth in South Los Angeles.
recuperar la salud mental para los jóvenes en el sur de Los Ángeles.
Our team is composed of professionals with lived experience
Con experiencia,
who are also passionate advocates
también
and national leaders
apasionados y
in the area of mental
líderes
health reform.
nacionales en la área de salud mental, la reforma del área de salud mental.
Now, this initiative is in
Esta
partnership
iniciativa es
with the
con
Community House Councils.
en partnership con el Community Health Council.
Now,
CHC,
to put the word peer into context,
para que
in the
pongamos
Peer Workforce
el
Initiative,
contexto de entre
peer
socios,
is
contexto.
defined as somebody who identifies with a lived mental health or trauma experience
Una
and
persona
is
que se
interested
identifica con
in
un
helping other
problema
community
mental
members
y
as
está
its peer
interesado
supporter.
en ayudar a otra persona que tiene un problema entre socios. Iniciativa de la fuerza laboral entre socios.
Several of the programs that we're offering
Otros
is
programas estamos
one,
ofreciendo uno,
what's called the Peer Resilience
el peer
Social Support
resilience,
Groups.
entre socios.
Our resiliency group building training provides 6 core values:
Nuestro programa Peer Resilience Support,
self-regulation,
reuniones de bienestar comunitario,
intention,
intención,
cognitive and perceptual change,
cambio cognitivo y perceptual,
grit or resilience, connection and
conexión y
support,
apoyo.
and the self-care which enhances support
Y
that's provided in the peer groups.
ayudarnos a nosotros mismos, que le llaman self-care en inglés.
We do it through things like personal storytelling,
Lo hacemos como decir nuestras propias experiencias como en un cuento, hablar de nuestra vida en cuento.
through personal storytelling, creative writing, and poetry, to name a few.
en poesía y escritura. Escritura creativa.
Our workforce readiness workshops include things like
Nuestro
resume building
workshop también incluye
and using the internet effectively for job
cómo
search,
usar la internet efectivamente para tratar de buscar un trabajo.
including tech literacy and platforms like
También
LinkedIn to build our chances of landing a
diferentes
job,
plataformas como
especially in this
LinkedIn
time.
y Indeed y todas las plataformas que te ayudan a buscar un trabajo en línea.
And finally, third, our
Finalmente,
faith-based support groups, which we'll be offering throughout the community.
Nuestro apoyo de la comunidad, que son gente de fe.
Okay, so how we connect,
¿Cómo nos
a couple
conectamos?
different ways.
En diferentes maneras.
We do things, of course, on in-person, on-site
Hacemos
events in the
cosas
South LA area.
Persona en el sur de Los Ángeles.
And as you probably many of you expected already, a lot of our things do happen
Como
on
ustedes
Zoom.
saben, también muchas cosas suceden en Zoom, que es por línea.
And finally, and this is
Finalmente.
something that we considered a very much a new frontier in
Y
mental
esto es
health.
lo que estamos
And this is something that very few,
promoviendo.
we're one of the very few organizations in the entire country, in the
Muy
United
pocas de las
States, that's actually doing
organizaciones
this.
en
And this is
todos
bringing
Estados Unidos.
virtual reality
Estamos
and
trayendo
other
la
immersive
virtualidad
experiences
virtual
into our mental health
para
program.
nuestra ayuda de salud mental.
Yeah. So if you're not totally familiar with what VR, it's virtual reality
Si no
is,
están totalmente
it's basically
familiarizados con lo que se
using a
llama
computer-generated animation, except it's more like a artificial environment that's computer-generated, and it's immersive. It creates an experience of being surrounded by three-dimensional and through sensory experience, all of it,
algo virtual
in a very
para
highly
que te
interactive
ayude
environment.
And
And this is where some of our online groups will be happening.
virtual reality, realidad virtual.
Virtual reality adds an environment that enhances
Realidad virtual
group support
que ayuda al apoyo de grupo
and individual healing. Now, vision boarding is one of the few
Vision
grit
boarding
exercises
Es uno de los
in our
diferentes
peer resiliency
ejercicios
training
de
program,
nuestro diferente ejercicio de nuestro Peer Resilience programa.
using our vision board concept. Peers will be able to build their own
Usando
recovery
el
program
vision
brick by
boarding,
brick.
los entre socios van a poder tratar de hacer diferentes cosas bloque por bloque.
At this time, we will have a
Este
select group of people selected for our VR part of the program. I think on the flyers it's 20, but
A
It's,
tener diferentes,
yeah,
dice 20 personas.
right now
Reuniones
it's
de
saying a
bienestar,
select
grupos de
group
apoyo social y emocional,
people.
grupos de apoyo basados en la fe, programas gratuitos, regístrese. So you're gonna select someone?
yeah, we're not today, but like.
O
people,
va a seleccionar unas personas para que la gente pueda tener el acceso a la realidad virtual.
Yeah, and we encourage anyone really interested to
Si
sign up
tienen
for this.
alguna pregunta o si de verdad, si tienen algún interés, pueden entrar en el código de la página, escanear el código QR con la cámara de su teléfono inteligente para registrarse.
I'll be passing these around, but there's also some over there. And if you like, I could pass them around, walk around, and
Si quieren más, él les va ¿quiere
Yeah.
uno? O si más.
And to make it easy, you have a QR code on here.
Y aquí
It's
tienen
a really quick sign-up
Código
process.
QR code.
It's like, on your phone, and boom.
Y,
And then
aquí,
you're
y estas personas se van a reunir, se unirán en realidad virtual.
Are you exclusive to teens or are your connections and resources?
¿Es exclusivo para gente adolescente o es para cualquier
I'm sorry,
persona?
there was a lot.
Are you teen exclusive or are there connections and resources in your organization for adults as well?
So can you repeat the question for them?
Yeah, so is the question is, are you official for teens or is for anyone?
For teens?
For teenagers.
Oh, for anyone, really.
For anyone.
Yeah.
So repeat the question, so.
Oh, they're asking if in Spanish or in English? English. Oh, they're asking if this is only for teens or young people or is it open for anyone?
It's open for anyone.
Okay, ella está preguntando si solo es para la gente adolescente o para la gente joven y él dice que está abierto el programa para cualquier persona.
Hope that answers.
Okay, Ella necesita un flyer.
Do you have any other questions?
¿Alguna otra pregunta que tenga alguien? ¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta?
Good? Okay.
Okay.
So I'll be hanging around and
Si tiene alguna pregunta, le pueden preguntar a él y él le va a dejar saber el flyer, ¿ok? Okay.
thank you.
Great, thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you so much.
Gracias.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bueno, que estén muy bien.
Yeah, because he's saying that he just has to just put up in the room and everybody there is just watching. So that's why you only see one. There's really everybody there. Oh, besides, yeah, just one. I think just one right here.
Okay, so thank you so much to Kevin and Pure Mental Health for bringing that information to us. Again, this is another opportunity by being at the local delegate council meeting where we can connect with our grantee partners who are offering services to community free of charge and actually can help. I assume that would be a great resume booster or value on somebody's resume to be able to have those skills. So thank you so much for that. At this time, I guess I wanted to open up this. So we're nearing the end of our program. And again, just the reminder that we're going to have the Community Action Summit at Dollarhide on Saturday, August the 8th from 10 to 6. Why do I keep saying 8? Thank you. Everybody's listening to me. Thank you. The 8th must be my lucky day. I think it plays a lotto or something on the 8th. Because for whatever reason, I keep saying that. You know why I'm saying 8th? Now I know why I'm saying 8th, because August is 8. So I'm saying August and I'm thinking 8th. Okay, that's what I'm doing. It's August the 6th. And so I hope all of you guys will come out, and I hope you guys can share the information with your friends and family, because that is going to be a very large event. Though we do this kind of locally in a more, in an intimate setting here at the churches, it's going to be very large. And as I mentioned, besides snacks, a catered lunch, a guest, speaker. There will be translation. So if there's anybody who does not speak English, we will have translators there. And it's going to be the facility is beautiful. I don't know if anyone has been to Dollarhide Community Center. State-of-the-art, facility. It's a beautiful center with a courtyard, free parking structure. So anybody who's driving, security, the whole 9 yards. So it's a really great venue and a facility. So we hope to see you all out there. But before we leave, at least here at Bethel, we're going to do our final raffle. So everybody get your raffle tickets. And I don't know who has the raffle thing. Oh, Vanna's coming over here with the Vanna. Thank you, Vanna. And thank you definitely to everybody. Thank you to Daniel, to the Bethel family, and Cassandra just for the hospitality. Yes. Yes.
What would be the best way for her to get if they don't have transportation?
So the question was, what is the best way to get to Compton if somebody does not have transportation? I would say leave us your number, and I'm sure that we can potentially carpool with somebody. Or if you're the lucky winner, we don't know, you might be the lucky winner for the Uber gift card. We don't know, you might have put it in the universe. But we'll work something out to be able to get you. I'm sure we can actually carpool and have you travel with someone. But it's not far, but still, and if not, then we'll figure something out. So please leave your name and number with Valentina, and we will get you information. Thank you for that. Okay, so I'm gonna pick here at Bethel, our final gift card. And the winner is, last 3 numbers, 172. 172. Over there. Awesome. Oh, so we have a wonderful woman. Thank you. So thank you so much. Thank you. We just had one of our residents gifted the gift card she won to another resident who was asking about transportation. So now she has transportation to the summit because she has a gift card. See, a village can get things done. There's power in numbers. So thank you all for coming out. We still have snacks left. Take snacks with you, water, and we'll be in contact. But thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate it. This is